David Calvert coming your way with another Monday Marriage Minute. We've been talking about marriage vows, and if you have missed any of the previous videos, you can go to my YouTube page or my website and look at the vows we've talked about for better or for worse. We've talked about for richer or for poorer. Last week we talked about in sickness and in health. Today we're going to talk about the vow, forsaking all others, I will hold only unto you as long as we both shall live. This is the vow about fidelity. Everybody with half a brain knows that in a marriage, you're supposed to be committed to your spouse, to your partner. You're not supposed to share him or her with anyone else. This is just assumed, especially in Christian marriage, that adultery is not okay, that it's not okay to play the field, to have multiple partners, to have secret love affairs, to commit adultery. It's not okay. And so most people assume that, most people agree with that, but yet there are all kinds of ways in which I believe that Christians sometimes violate this marriage vow. And remember, the vow is both to God and to your spouse. I think whenever we allow ourselves to be engaged in close friendships with the opposite sex, in which things become flirtatious, things are a little bit too chummy, maybe a little too friendly, that's the breeding ground for an emotional affair, and many times emotional affairs will turn into physical and sexual affairs as well. Looking at pornography, you are allowing yourself to become aroused by somebody that is not your spouse. And there's been dozens and dozens of studies that have shown how pornography erodes the mind, and it erodes the soul, and it erodes the sexual relationship. There's also many studies that have shown that the people who are having the best sex out there are marriage partners who are committed to each other. A marriage, monogamous relationship, those people, studies show they're having the most fulfilling and rewarding sexual relationships. So it's not okay to share. It's not okay to, even in your mind, Jesus talked about this. Jesus said that you've heard that you should not commit adultery, but Jesus said, I tell you that if a man has looked at a woman lustfully in his heart, he has committed adultery with her already. I think the same thing would apply for a woman looking lustfully at a man in her heart, that she's committed adultery already. So when we make this vow, we're saying, I'm only going to have eyes for my spouse. I'm only going to have desire for my spouse. I'm only going to have sex with my spouse. I'm not going to share that with anyone else. If you're struggling in your marriage relationship, if adultery has done damage to your marriage and you're having a hard time moving past that, reach out to me. I can help. I would love to help you in your marriage. You can find out more about me at davidcalvertlpc.com. Until next time, this has been Monday Marriage Minute. God bless you. We'll see you next week.